This is crazy. Koenigsegg CEO shuts down EV production. In a surprising move that caught everyone off guard, Koenigsegg, the famous Swedish maker of fast cars, announced that they're stopping making electric vehicles. The CEO, Christian von Koenigsegg, who's known for making really fast and cool cars, talked about this big change in an interview. Koenigsegg is famous for their super fast cars like the Aguara and the Jessco. They had started making electric cars with cool ideas, hoping to make electric cars as exciting as their regular ones. People thought it was a smart move because more folks are wanting electric cars for the environment. But now, they suddenly said they're stopping, and it's making people wonder what's going to happen next in the car world. The car industry worldwide is changing a lot, especially with more cars going electric. Big companies like Tesla are leading this change with cars like the Model S and Model 3. Other famous car makers like Volkswagen, General Motors, and Ford are also making electric cars now. Luxury brands like Porsche are joining in too with cars like the Taycan. Koenigsegg's CEO, Christian von Koenigsegg, who always thinks ahead, said that this isn't them stepping back from new ideas. Instead, it's a smart move for their business. So, with Koenigsegg stopping electric cars, people are wondering what this means for the future of cars. Are more companies going to follow? What's the next big thing in car tech? Christian von Koenigsegg emphasized the importance of a special way of thinking about eco-friendly transportation, hinting at exciting discoveries in different ways to get energy. While he praised the progress in making electric cars better, he talked about worries with how electric engines can't quite reach the super high standards that Koenigsegg cars are famous for. This announcement caused a lot of talk in the car world. Smart people who know a lot about cars quickly thought about what it could mean. Some thought it was a step back for electric cars, while others thought it was a strong message that we need lots of ways to be eco-friendly. People even looked at other car companies that had a tough time with their electric cars, like Audi and their early problems with the e-tron, or Mercedes-Benz and their bumpy road with the EQC. Now people are talking about what this means for super-fast cars in a world that's mostly using electric power. While some brands like Mack are trying really hard with all-electric super-fast cars, the usual super-fast car market, with big names like Bugatti and Lamborghini, is still figuring out how to switch to electric power. Christian von Koenigsegg's choice might make other fast car makers think about their plans. Even though Koenigsegg is stopping electric cars for now, they're not giving up on making new and cool things that are good for the planet. They're already leaders in things like flex fuel tech and using strong but light materials like carbon fiber, which helps the earth and makes the cars perform better. So, even if they're not doing electric cars, they're still trying to make cars that are good in new and clever ways. This change in direction suggests a deeper focus on these areas, possibly leading to big discoveries that could help the whole car industry. People who love Koenigsegg cars have mixed feelings about this shift. Some are sad about not having electric super-fast cars from Koenigsegg, while others are excited about the cool new things they might make. Koenigsegg is a really popular brand, and what they do is watched closely by fans and other car companies. This choice by Koenigsegg makes people wonder more about what's going to happen in the car world. With more focus on being eco-friendly and rules that like electric cars, the car industry is at a point where it needs to decide what to do. Koenigsegg saying no to electric cars, even if it's just for a while, shows how hard and complicated this change is. Koenigsegg is all about doing things that are different. The CEO, Christian von Koenigsegg, doesn't just care about going fast. He wants to change how cars are made. This thinking made them make some of the most amazing cars ever. But electric cars have their own problems, like how far they can go, where to charge them, and how well they use energy. These things might not match with what Koenigsegg really cares about. While electric cars are good for the environment by cutting down on pollution, they have some problems too. Things like making and getting rid of batteries, using materials that aren't common, and how we make electricity can be tough. Koenigsegg's change might be a smart move to look into and invest in different ways that might be even better for the Earth. But this is different from what other big companies are doing. Take Tesla, for example. They're spending a lot to make batteries better and to have more electric cars. Big names like BMW and Mercedes-Benz are also really focusing on making more electric cars soon. Koenigsegg doing something else shows how different companies are thinking about the future of cars. When Koenigsegg stops making electric cars, it makes us wonder what's next for electric car tech. Will companies work more on making the batteries we have now better, like the lithium-ion ones? Or will they put more effort into other kinds of tech, like hydrogen fuel cells, or maybe something we haven't even thought of yet? Koenigsegg saying no to electric cars might make other companies really think about these questions. This is a big deal, especially for the fancy and fast car world. Electric cars are good, but they have things we need to fix. Koenigsegg is maybe thinking of ways to fix those things in a different way. Other big companies are sticking to what they're doing, like Tesla with better batteries and more electric cars, and BMW and Mercedes-Benz with lots of new electric models. Koenigsegg doing something different shows how everyone is thinking about the future of cars. Now, with Koenigsegg not doing electric cars for now, we're wondering what's going to happen next in the world of fancy and fast cars. Fancy and fast cars haven't been as quick to use electric stuff as regular cars have. Koenigsegg saying no to electric cars might make other fancy and fast car makers think about what they're doing. They might start focusing more on making the engines we use now better, or finding new ways to make cars go fast that fit better with how fancy and special they are. But when we think about the whole world and how we take care of it, using electric cars is a really important part of stopping pollution. Koenigsegg's choice might seem like a step back from helping the world in this big effort. But at the same time, it makes us think more about how we take care of cars from when we make them to when we get rid of them. Koenigsegg doing something different shows how everyone is thinking about the future of cars. Other big companies like Tesla are spending a lot to make batteries better and have more electric cars. Also, BMW and Mercedes-Benz are getting really serious about making more electric cars really soon. Everyone is doing things in their own way, and Koenigsegg not doing electric cars for now makes us wonder what's next for fancy and fast cars and for the whole car world. People are wondering where we're going with car tech. Should we work on making the batteries we have now better, like the lithium-ion ones? Or should we put more effort into different kinds of tech, like hydrogen fuel cells? Or maybe something totally new that we haven't thought of yet? Koenigsegg saying no to electric cars might make other car makers think hard about these questions, especially the fancy and fast car world. Fancy and fast cars have been slow to use electric stuff compared to regular cars. Koenigsegg doing something different might make other fancy and fast car makers think about what they're doing. They might start focusing more on making the engines we use now better, or finding new ways to make cars go fast that fit better with how fancy and special they are. But when we think about the whole world and how we take care of it, using electric cars is a really important part of stopping pollution. Koenigsegg's choice might seem like a step back from helping the world in this big effort. But at the same time, it makes us think more about how we take care of cars from when we make them to when we get rid of them. Koenigsegg doing something different shows how everyone is thinking about the future of cars. Other big companies like Tesla are spending a lot to make batteries better and have more electric cars. Also, BMW and Mercedes-Benz are getting really serious about making more electric cars really soon. Everyone is doing things in their own way, and Koenigsegg not doing electric cars for now makes us wonder what's next for fancy and fast cars and for the whole car world. As for what's going to happen with Koenigsegg, everyone is waiting and watching. Christian von Koenigsegg has always been someone who does things differently, and this latest move is no different. The company might start focusing on other cool technologies, maybe even making new rules in how we make cars. No matter where they go, it's likely to be different, bold, and not what we expect. Just like how Koenigsegg always tries to do things. They want to do things that no one thought possible. To sum it up, Koenigsegg stopping electric cars isn't just a business choice. It says something about how cars are now and what might happen in the future. It shows how tricky it is to balance new ideas, what people want, and taking care of the environment. As cars keep changing, it will depend on a mix of these things. Koenigsegg's big move makes this story even more interesting, reminding us that the future is always full of surprises and cool things. Thanks for staying with me till the end. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss the next video.